might have beardsickles here pretty soon. It's like 30 degrees this morning. The rain finally moved out. It's been raining nonstop for 2 days. The moon's out, stars are out, northwest wind. I found this spot the other day in the heat. I dove down the end of this ridge down into the bottom because like we've been saying on this trip, we haven't found any acorns. In all these woods that we've scouted, there's very little deer sign. So anytime we get down a creek bottom, the sign seems to pick up a little bit. I scouted this creek bottom a couple days ago and it was hot, and I didn't go up and down it very much. There's just a trail running right along the edge of the creek, and I found 8-10 rubs right there. I'm hoping that bucks are going to be using that creek and moving from bedding area to bedding area this morning, checking for does. It's October 30th, so they should be starting to move. I mean, that's what we've seen the last few days, is that bucks are starting to shift around and bounce around to bedding areas during the day. Me and Hayden are going to head in there.
Set up down in this bottom. It's not the ideal tree. That's why I'm standing right up against it right here. We're only able to get like maybe 12-13 feet off the ground, but we're in a good position if one comes through. I mean, that trail's only 15 yards out there. When I was in here the other day, the wind was not behaving right at all, but we've got the perfect wind today where it's coming right down this valley out of the north. If it was west, it'd be tumbling. If it was east, it'd be tumbling. But if it's north or south running right up the valley, it seems to behave. And I've been dropping milkweed and it's going right behind Hayden. When I was hanging the platforms, I saw a new fresh rub down there too. So I know they're using this thing. Just depends on if we catch one coming through here or not. They're in the trees. See them up there? No, I thought I saw them fly down. No, they flew to that tree over there. They're up in that tree above the creek. You'll see them bouncing around.
missed my chance. I'm sitting here talking to Hayden and look down and there's a whole pile of turkeys at 20 yards. Alright, we're climbing down. It's almost noon. We've got a call with the rest of the guys and Mindy and Crystal here in an hour and 15 minutes, I guess. So me and Hayden got to get out, go get out to the truck and get some service and see how the rest of the group's doing. It was nice to see that buck was using that corridor like that. Creek bottom is pretty thick and this is the inside edge of it that's open where they can travel. Perfect spot for a buck to move in daylight looking for does. They love them tight little corridors like that with thick cover around it. This wind's a little dicey down here, but for the most part it behaved all morning. This is definitely a spot we might be able to come back to at some point. But we're getting down.
Water was getting a little warm. You had to shed some layers. Red plaid gang time.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on. Y'all got diseases and whatnot. Come on. Keep going. It's got it all. Been trying to speed scout this afternoon, running out of daylight, trying to get to the next spot. Dove in here, saw a big buck out here a few days ago on the road. Said let's slip in here real quick, only take a few minutes. No. All the way back. Not a lick of sign hardly.
And you shed some layers on the way.
Oh yeah, I mean I took 15 pounds of clothes off, so what it feels like. 4:05, we got time to get to the truck and hustle to a spot. Let's keep going. It's 4 in the afternoon. It's 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes before dark. We just saw 3 bucks and 5 or 6 does in less than a half mile off the road. But all of them went right in that timber there.
Yeah.
We just need to get in there, Hayden.
Let's do that.
It went right into the area we were planning to hunt anyway. The challenges with road deer are that everybody else can see them all the time. So it's not like they're tucked back in that hole like that deer was this morning. You know, where we were hunting at this morning, way down that base of that steep ridge. Ain't nobody going back in there, or at least very few people, I should say. But the issues with these road deer is there's 3 trucks that just drove by while we were sitting here. All of them had stands and stuff in the back. They're all hunting. They're all seeing these deer. I'm sure of that.
He wants to probably jet up his thing. Can you see ways up there? Yeah, and there's big tracks leading right into this that were from this morning.
It's right down. It's right down this thing. Inside the left side. See?
No.
He's getting right down the lane. Right off the end of my cam. He just put his head.
Okay. I'll find him. I think this sycamore's in my way.
There you go.
inside of those fields in this thick stuff. He ain't going out there. I think if a big one comes through here, he's gonna do the same thing that one just did. As soon as we got set up, looked up, and that thing was coming right down the pipe. Man, I love chest high cover. I love getting in a tree.
Yeah.
Because you can see so much more. Like we would have, if we were on the ground, we would have heard him coming.
Yeah.
But we might not have seen him till he was like 10 yards away. And we ain't very far up. We're only like 10 feet up in the sycamore.
But we got tons of cover with this.
Tons of cover right here. Yeah, he didn't know we were here. I don't think he ever buggered.
He even walked away where our ground scent was.
Didn't care.
Didn't care.
He's probably just been spooked off that field a few times.
Yeah.
It's just a green field over there that they've been going to for the last week because they ain't got no acres in the woods. So they're bedding within like a couple 100 yards of the road and then dropping down. And then thousands and thousands of acres of woods behind them they're not using. It's the dangest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's rubs right down here below us. See that one right there?
Yep.
I don't know how fresh it is, but looks fairly fresh.
That's where I heard those steps from. Yeah, I see him. You can't tell. Yeah, for sure was. Yeah.
Just a couple toes. Coming out. Well, that'll tie a bow around the day. We're just about out of light. These other hunters that were grunting all night are already leaving. Yep, 2 trucks. They're both over there talking. They got stands up around them fields down there. They were over there grunting all night. And all those deer that we saw were back here in this thick stuff. And that buck come by, he did not pay attention to that grunting at all. Very interesting to see how deer will avoid pressure. They don't leave the area completely if they're not getting pushed out of the bedding. This is real thick back in here. They seemed real comfortable in it feeding most of the night. And as you can hear right there, we ain't very far off a road at all. We've been waiting for a good wind to hunt some of these bottoms. It's like I talked about on the morning hunt, the wind's got to come right down the pipe. And it's got to be light. Tonight was perfect, like 5 to 10 mile an hour wind coming right down the pipe here. We got big ridges around us that y'all can probably see in the background. And if that wind is coming over top of those ridges with any force behind it, it's just tumbling out through here. There's a lot of deer down in the bottoms often. They're just very tricky to deal with the wind. But anyway, that's it for today. We gotta climb down so Hayden can start up some taco meat. See you guys.